Hey peeps, we are back. We're talking The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Season 4, Episode 6. Hey, before we get into the video, please do me the honors of subscribing to my channel, hitting the notification bell so you can always be notified when I post new content, hitting the thumbs up because that does wonders for my channel, and share. Thanks. All right, you guys, I am back from vacation and I'm just now watching all of the shows, trying to make my videos, and I'm moving slow. You know why? I had a great time on vacation and I'm still tired. Anyway, let's just get into the show. So the show picks up right where we left off with Angie approaching Meredith. Okay, so what I did like is that when she went over to approach Meredith, she asked her could they talk, and she tried to pull Meredith to the side to have the conversation privately. They're not sitting down 2 minutes before Monica and Whitney show up. Whitney wants to be in everybody's business so bad. Whitney is producing so bad that it's really starting to bother the hell out of me. Actually, what am I talking about? Starting to bother me. Whitney has bothered me the last 3 seasons. I mean, the first season, I was so team bad weather. These last couple of seasons, this woman is bothering me. She is so childish. I can't take it. Can you give these women 50 feet? Seriously. Have you guys noticed that every season Whitney finds one of the women to go after, or one of the women to create problems with, or one of the women who have started problems with her? You know, season 1, she was upset with Lisa. Season 2 was all about Mary. Season 3, it was all about Heather. Now this season, you can see that she's coming for Meredith. Get over yourself, Whitney Rose. And I would also like to say that Whitney didn't hear any of this. Meredith didn't tell Whitney any of this. She didn't tell Monica any of this, not on camera. So for both of them to try to make it seem as if Meredith is the one going around spreading these rumors, it's a bit ridiculous. Now, I haven't seen the episode after this yet, so I don't know if they showed something and, we now know that Meredith is out here spreading these rumors. But it seems to me that Angie and her husband knew very well that these rumors were going around town. And I think everybody else on the cast knew about these rumors too, especially Whitney.
You've gone after every marriage in the group, when meanwhile you're the only one that's out spreading their legs outside of their marriage.
Now listen, Angie had a little bit of a low blow with that. Oh, but I laughed. I was entertained when she let Meredith know that the only person in this group who is out there spreading it low and wide is Meredith. Now listen, Meredith has said that, she stepped out of the marriage. Lisa has let us know she slept with all of New York, which I don't believe, but I think she might have slept with a few people. I can appreciate the fact that Angie said that behind her back. She also said that to her face. However, I do think that Meredith is getting a bad rap this time because she didn't bring it up on camera. All she said is, Angie doesn't want her to talk about the rumors. And, she was drunk and slurred and, she had a fake accent like Dorit. She was doing too much. She shouldn't have brought up the husband. However, she was pissed off. People say things when they're angry. Meredith gets up to walk out. She is pissed off. She said, you know what? When you learn how to respect somebody, and she jumps up and leaves. I said, you know what, Meredith? Why don't you just sit there and have it out? There's no way that I'm going to jump up and run away from this. First of all, I'm going to get Angie all the way together. Then I'm going to work my way to Whitney. And boy, would I tear her the hell up. Then right after that, I'm going to turn to Monica and ask her what the entire hell is going on, ma'am. We were just over here talking, laughing, and you were acting like you were Team Meredith. Now you're over here falling victim to Whitney and her dumb shit. It's too much. So then they show this montage. It's a montage about the jazz tickets. It's a montage about everything that has been going on these past few seasons. And the common denominator, Whitney. Whitney's in the middle of all of this. And, when Angie brought up the situation between Lisa and Meredith the season before, and Whitney, when she left Whitney out, and the blowies for jazz tickets, the look on Lisa's face, she did not want that brought up again. I know if she could have got away with popping Angie right then, Angie would have been popped. Now, Monica trying to whisper to tell Heather that the rumor is Angie's husband has been effing other men. Heather's face. Heather validated it. She said, listen, everybody knows that rumor. That rumor's been around forever, which I believe. Every last one of them girls knew about it. Now, Mary gets there and she is upset. She says she cannot believe she has wasted another good outfit on this event. I wish that Mary would just be quiet. I love Mary. I think that she's funny in her confessionals, but Mary can be downright rude. She comes in, she wants to know where's the food. In the middle of this argument, Mary just approaches Lisa and says, is there no food here? Next thing you know, she's got Lisa waiting on her. Lisa's ordering pizza to go for Mary. And Mary was extremely over the top and rude to the server. The server didn't want to touch her pizza with his hands, which I appreciate. Please don't touch my food with your hands unless you're wearing gloves or something. Anyway, Mary calls him lazy. And I said, you know what, Mary, that was very disgusting behavior. For you to be a pastor, a first lady of a church, sometimes you really just don't act like it. You know what I mean? I thought that was real tacky, real nasty. But Lisa and Mary should get along, because clearly Lisa treats people the same way she behaved at that tanning place. Then Lisa's full of crap talking about her friendship with Meredith. She doesn't know where it's going to go from there because she believes that Meredith is acting like the victim. The only victim at her party is herself and Angie. I said, how the hell did you get involved here? How are you the victim? Girl, if you don't sit down and shut the hell up and eat this pizza, you are not the victim here. This is not about you. Goodness gracious. Now, when Angie told her husband about this situation, it seems to me that they knew all about this. Angie mentions that they've been dealing with rumors like this for 30 years. So, okay, what's new? The only thing now is it's on camera. That's the only thing different. And I can understand him saying that he didn't want Meredith back at their house because he still thinks that Meredith is the one who brought this out and that Meredith is the one propelling this rumor, but it wasn't. I don't know for sure what the hell is going on in Angie's marriage, but the fact that they've been married all this time, they have a 12-year-old daughter who sleeps with them almost every night. Sometimes, husbands and wives need some privacy. They need a little action. You know what I mean? Having your child sleep in your bed as much as their daughter sleeps with them, to me, it would cause problems in our marriage because I need action. Okay, and there is no action when we have a 12-year-old in the middle. I'm just saying. For her to come out and say that Meredith has tried to destroy their family, girl, stop putting this extra razzle-dazzle on this. Then we see Monica, and I can understand her single mom struggle. I see that. It's nice to see somebody real on reality TV, but I find it super hard to feel 100% sorry for her, considering that she had the whole thing. She had the husband with the good job, the nice cars, the nice house, and happy children. And she decided to go spread it low and wide for her brother-in-law for whatever reason. You took the risk, you took the gamble, and became a single mother. It's rough, it's hard, but you're going to have to just deal with it. Soon it's not going to be as rough and hard because you're going through this. I'm sure you're going to get some kind of spousal support. You've got your Real Housewives check and you're promoting your business on the show. So pretty soon you're going to be doing well. So, I'm not going to pull out my violin and cry for this woman. I'm not. I can also understand that Lisa is sad about her son going off on his mission. He's her baby. He's been with her every day, and now he's going to be gone for 2 years on a mission. I would be miserable without my son. My son went to college and I thought my world is over for a few months. And then I said, hey. Anyway, this is not about me. I'm acting like Lisa Barlow. However, she tried to act like she was such a good parent, and Jack said, this decision is not about you. Lisa, listen, I think that Lisa is a decent mom, and I'm not mom shaming, but I don't think that Lisa is the best mom. I'm just saying it. It's clear that Jack doesn't think she is either. I'm just saying. Now, I do agree with Lisa. I don't think it's any of Heather's business. None of Heather's business what the hell is going on with Jack. Now, do I think that Heather has some valid information that she could share, some advice that she could give Jack? Yeah, if he asked you, but he didn't. He didn't. I think that she should stay the hell out of this. Lisa is not your best friend. She has not asked for your advice. She's a part-time Mormon who has not even read the Book of Mormon. I mean, who goes around town telling everybody in town that they are a Mormon and they haven't even read the Book of Mormon? I mean, really? Now listen, I am not the world's best Christian, but I've read the Bible. I'm just saying, like, come on. I'm just saying, Jack has read the Book of Mormon. I really do think that Heather could have some valid points, but the fact that she's trying to get an attitude and is angry that Lisa is not coming to her to talk to her about Jack, girl, this is not about you. But I would also like to say, Lisa, girl, listen, you don't wear the garments, you don't go to church, you're not allowed in the pretty temple, you didn't read the Book of Mormon, you drink alcohol, and you act a fool. You're close to not being a part of the church. I'm just saying. I mean, maybe she just stays for the look of it. And maybe they just let her stay without throwing her out of the church because of her donations. I have no idea. That's just a guess. Okay, I'm not saying anything bad about her religious practices, and I'm not saying anything bad about the church. Everybody has the right to worship and, show their devotion in their own personal way. I don't have a heaven or a hell to put anybody in. That's just my opinion. Now, seeing Lisa and Whitney come over to Angie's house trying to comfort her, I said, what the hell? First of all, Angie, you're sitting there with the person who brought this to camera. You're sitting there with the person who started all this and brought this public. Now Whitney wants to sit there smiling in your face when she's the one who started this. Now, I can't understand Angie being afraid or upset that her daughter is going to see this or her daughter's friends are going to see this. And, she's going to have to explain all of this. But you're sitting there with your good girl, Whitney. She started this. She brought this on camera. Now, Lisa Barlow, she turned that whole conversation about her. In 2.2 seconds, she made the conversation all about her. How the hell does she end up being the victim in all this? Because Angie got an invite to Heather's house. She proves every time that Lisa Barlow only cares about Lisa Barlow. Today was supposed to be about Angie. You and Whitney, the shit stirrer, was supposed to come over and comfort Angie, who's struggling right now, allegedly. She knew about them rumors. So you're triggered because Heather apologized to Angie. Lisa is very self-centered, and she definitely is tone deaf, and she's clueless. Girl, and stop with the fake crying, the fake tears, the fake outrage. You don't want to be friends with Heather. I'm trying to think of what else happened on this episode. I know that Heather was really triggered. Jack's going on this mission. She now believes the church is a cult, and it's her right to have her opinion about the church. It's her right to be, worried about Jack, but you can't just push up on them. Lisa is his mother, and Jack has made his decision, and it's really not your business. Lisa's behavior, I don't know if she's a narcissist or if she's just completely clueless. Also, can I just say that, I don't think that anybody should be forced out. I don't know what's going on with Angie's husband, but nobody should throw anybody under the bus and throw them out there. But remember last season, Angie did make that comment that Heather and Jen were doing Barbie scissor kicks. And she brought that on camera. Real thing is yes, everybody's heard those rumors, but they didn't hear it from Meredith. And you definitely didn't hear it from her on camera. If she said it off camera, we don't know. I appreciate Monica giving her real life. Her situation with her mother was a bit much for me. I am not a fan of her mama. Do I love the grandma? Absolutely. All right, so I'm all over the place trying to remember what I saw. But Angie playing the victim in Palm Springs is ridiculous to me. Angie is not the victim here. You showed up somewhere where you were not invited. And then when you got there, you acted like a complete jackass. I don't know why all of a sudden Heather is kissing Angie's ass. I do not know. But I tell you what, she's known Angie longer than Lisa. And Lisa and Whitney and Heather have this long history of just being too damn much. I wish they would all grow up. Meredith talking to production about some kind of car accident. I thought that was just real dramatic. I said, girl, go on some damn where. Her mom and her grandma at the senior center. It was almost like the first day of kindergarten. This is my Nana. And, I said, oh, Jesus, leave your Nana alone. Let her play these cards. Grandma has got this. She don't need any help from you. And, they were trying to find her mom and her Nana a little man. I said, maybe I need to start hanging out at the senior center or shoot. In quite a few years from now, if they still have the Golden Bachelor, I'm going to have to show up for that. Anyway, moving on. Listen, her mother is too much. The fact that her mom is saying that she was happy to be out of the Mormon church and now she wants her grandkids to be raised in that church. Stay in your lane, Grandma. Okay, stay in your lane. If you didn't like it, your daughter was thrown out of it. Why are you trying to force the grandkids in it? There are so many other churches. You can still learn to love the Lord. Stay out of that, Grandma. Then when she said she got stood up because she didn't want to have the sex, I said, oh gosh, even at her age, men are still jackasses like that. Men still do that. Well, you know what? One thing that's good about it is she learned who he was up front. He said, if you're not putting out, he's not going out. You learned about that up front. Now move on. When she told Monica that she was her daughter and they are not equal, I didn't appreciate that. Get the hell out of here with that bullshit. You know what I mean? Would you appreciate it if Nana came over here and told you that you were not her equal? She is raising kids. She is grown up. She is doing her own thing. You are equal now. Now, does she owe you a little more respect because you're her mom? Absolutely. But cut the shit. For real. Now, her mom making those disgusting negative comments about her, saying that she hated her when she didn't think she could hear her, and her only excuse was, I thought you hung up, instead of begging for her daughter's forgiveness. There is no way that I would ever say that about my son, whether he was on the phone, in my face, behind my back. Never, ever, anywhere would I ever claim to hate my child. Would I ever say anything nasty and negative like that to my child or to anybody else? But the fact that her mom said that and didn't really have an apology, she would be cut the hell off. She would be cut the hell off. She would also be cut off for that just walking in my place. No, ma'am. At least ring the damn doorbell. Don't just come walking in my place. Listen, I think that her mother is childish. I think that her mom wants to hold a snowflake. I think that her mother is doing way too damn much. And I don't think that she should be speaking to her daughter in that manner. I think that Monica needs to set up some hard boundaries with her mom because her mom feels somewhat entitled. Her mom, in my opinion, is acting like a terrible, jealous mother and toxic as hell. Now listen, Mary was on Watch What Happens Live and she kind of called Heather fake. She implied that Gucci top that Heather was wearing in her confessional was fake as well because they don't make that corset in a size 14. I think that Mary is rude. I think that she fat shames people, and I think it's disgusting. And I really do think that the Bravo people should have a conversation with Mary about this. This is not okay. When Andy asked her, other than Meredith, do you like any of the other ladies? And she says, I was about to say Whitney. Now, that's when you know I'm lying. This woman is a mess. That's exactly the truth. You know, if she said Whitney, she was telling a lie. Then when Andy asked her why she came back to the show.
Lucia, you wanted to know why you wanted to come back to the Housewives of Salt Lake City.
Oh, why I wanted to come back? Mm-hmm. To help you guys out. I think so. I mean, is that me?
Okay.
Andy, you have to tell me if it's rude.
No, it's good. Well, rude. I mean, it's, you.
Mary is a nut. But she is entertaining in those confessionals. She's rude outside of the confessionals, but entertaining in the confessionals. Anyway, peeps, I've got so many shows to watch. Get down in the comments and let me know what you think. And until next time, bye.